Okay, I'm doing this in one take. Wanted to do an update again on my sketchbook. I feel like I'm being redundant, but yeah, I want to do an update on my sketchbook because I finished it. So this stuff is officially done. I'm in my car, again, but yeah. So this is some stuff I'm just gonna briefly go over. I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah, this is some stuff I experimented. I don't know what it didn't come out pretty good. I didn't like it. But yeah, I experimented. I feel like you can clearly see the ink was like terrible, but I was trying to like use markers and like use the hair and like make it, look like actual hair, but it looks terrible. But yeah, I tried something different. I put the spider on there. And then this dude, I don't know what I was doing. I messed up the colors. The colors didn't really mix too well or look too good. It's not terrible though. But let's see. Sorry if my car is kind of dirty. But yeah, yeah, I have this. I drew with Sharpie. It's always good to draw with different utensils. I drew this with Sharpie. I don't know why, but whenever I draw with like thicker markers or pens, my brain just kind of clicks more. But yeah, I just drew like a dude with like a coffee in his hand or whatever. And then this stuff I already drew beforehand. Sorry, my video cut off. Anyways, I already showed this, but yeah, with my freaking backpack. Sorry, but yeah, that. Let's see. I drew this. It didn't come out too good, so I kind of quit on it. I was like, wow, that's terrible. I like the pose I did, but the face didn't come up good at all. But yeah, I drew this too. When I initially drew this, I thought it was like kind of like garbage, but it actually didn't look too bad. But yeah, it didn't really come out how I wanted, but it was actually decent. It's not bad. So we get to experiment with colors. The sketchbook was more of like colors and stuff, so I was kind of like experimenting. You'll see a lot of pages that are not like good at all. I was experimenting. I drew this. This one was actually all right. It didn't come out as good as I wanted. Drew this dude, and then yeah, that was terrible. But yeah, it's a lot of experimenting, so it's a lot of like just messy and just garbage stuff. My art style is pretty messy in general, but yeah, it's whatever. What else? Just some more like experimenting anatomy stuff. This one was actually pretty decent. Basically just tried different colors and things like that. And then when I feel like I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to coloring, I kind of just use two different colors, like just two different shades, and just stick to that. So whatever's darker is the shadow, whatever's lighter is the lighter part. But yeah, that's that with this one. And this one was actually pretty, I did this like once. It actually came out pretty good. So I was listening to TV Girl, which is interesting because TV Girl is a dude, and in Men I Trust, it's a girl. The vocalist it's a woman. Anyways, it's enough of the dumb stuff. Yeah, I drew this. I was listening to TV Girl. I was like, let me just draw a TV. Well, the thing I referenced was like it was like some girl in a Halloween costume. She was like a literal TV, and I just drew the pose. And I drew it with Sharpie, so it actually came out pretty good, like in one take. But yeah, let's see what else I got. This is also experimenting. This was very terrible, but it was experimenting. I referenced like Bruce Lee, and like I just used to experiment and stuff. I didn't finish it. Well, I don't know what else. What is there to finish with this? But yeah, it's whatever. And then I drew this. I made the body look way too big or way too bulky, but I just referenced something I got off Pinterest. Try working more outfits and like color scheme and stuff like that. And learning color theory has helped me when it comes to like outfits in like real life. Like when I look at an outfit, or like when I think of like something to wear that involves color, it kind of makes me think, oh, like, okay, this color matches with this color. And in my head, I'm like, it clicks more better and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's something that I kind of learned. or I just kind of like figured out. Obviously, you know, a lot of people who are very good at artistic, they're gonna like, you know, it's gonna like bleed into other aspects of life. Anyways, and I drew this. This was like recent. I was like running out of pages to draw. I mean to use to draw. I drew more outfits. The color was kind of terrible. This one was actually decent, but I don't like how washed the white is, like kind of washed into the jeans. It looks terrible. But yeah, like this one too. It didn't come out as good as I wanted, but it was decent. It was alright. And then this one too. I probably referenced this dude I drew, like in the photo I actually drew. I probably referenced that photo like 10 different times. So I tried to draw it and whatever. And then drew another dude here. I ran out of pages on the sketchbook, so I was like, you know what, let me just draw something here. There's open spaces. And then what else did I do? Do some random stuff. I saw a pose. I saw an ad, and it had like a girl with like pink, kind of like schoolgirl type of like heroic type of fit. I don't know. I saw it. It was an ad. It was some like some woman like posing whatever, and I was like, yo, that looks really cool. So I tried to draw it. It didn't really come out as good as I wanted, but yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, but I experimented with that. I need to work on legs more. But yeah, I just drew that as well. And I drew this as well. And it's whatever. Alright, this is more of a dumb whatever type of drawing. Alien. And then I did like more anatomy, so I was working on like anatomy, drawing like the torso and everything. The male torso I just suck at drawing. Well, I understand the concept, but I just never really draw it like that. I don't draw it consistently. I'll draw like once or twice and then just not draw it for like another week. So I really try to focus on that. I feel like drawing the back is so much easier than drawing the front of the body. Like drawing the posterior is so much better. I mean, for me, like easier wise than drawing the interior, the front of the body. The back of the anatomy is pretty simple, so I guess that's probably why. But yeah. So what else did I draw? I forgot what I drew. Yeah, I tried working more anatomy. So this one actually came out decent. I feel like one tip that someone told me, in unlikely source, some random dude, he told me, it was like, try to draw, when you draw like anatomy, try to draw overly like muscular dudes. For example, if you try to learn the male anatomy, try to draw like overly accentuated or overly exaggerated muscles, because it kind of helps your brain pick apart easily what you want to, you know, do. Because I knew that, but I just never put it into play, because I was like, I don't want to draw these big bulky dudes. That's not really my aesthetic or what I really care about. So I would just draw like slimmer dudes, or dudes from my physique, or like more athletic physique, or whatnot. But I was like, I started drawing like more over like bulky, and like that kind of helps you, because your brain kind of picks out like, okay, this is what to draw and stuff. So even with female anatomy too. So but yeah, when you're an artist, you know, you draw anatomy. It looks, for the average person, it's like, oh, why are they drawing naked bodies, and like, why do they look so like unrealistic and stuff like that. It's kind of to help your brain like process and pick up on things. But I was working on the arm anatomy, which I gotta do more. I kind of like color coded it, kind of, and I did not even visit this to study, so it was kind of useless. But I liked what I did on this page, pretty good. And then this page, yeah, I try to learn more on the arms, because the arms, I just have so much trouble drawing arms. I don't know why. So I really like sat down and was like, okay, let me just draw the arms, forearms, and stuff like that. And it's kind of tragic too, because I work out and I don't even know how like the arms and like different body parts function on the male anatomy, and like it's like, bro, like how do you work out and you don't even know how to draw the stuff, like how your body looks like? That's kind of sad. But anyways, and then I just try to draw different poses. You definitely want to experiment and draw different poses, and draw with different whatever you're doing. So with this one, I just drew like a dude with like a championship belt. He had 2 of them, and yeah, I tried to just draw that pose. It didn't come out the best, or just come out. It didn't come out very fluid and stuff. But hey, you know, I tried. That's all you can do, I guess. Just really just say, hey, I tried, and just get better and just practice. And then this, I kind of just drew. Well, I drew like more anatomy, but what helps me is just sometimes understanding what's underneath the skin, what's underneath the muscle, and why the muscle, certain muscles look like certain things. You know, there's certain things about the face I didn't understand why I would draw certain things a certain way until I studied the skull and be like, oh, this pops out in the skull, this part is like more into the face, this part pops out more when you turn it at a certain angle. So you gotta really understand, sometimes you gotta draw the skeleton to understand why everything is why it is when you draw it and stuff. I did more arm anatomy. I'm kind of getting the hang of it, but I haven't drawn it in a while, so I gotta like go back to be more consistent on that. But yeah, the anatomy pages I draw are actually pretty decent, pretty solid. It's just that they look pretty good, but it's just that I gotta stay consistent on it. That's the main thing. Like, I'll do this, and then when I draw the next time, it just looks like garbage. But yeah, that's it for that. Let's see what else I have. This is like the last few pages, like last like 2-3 pages, I guess. I think so. But yeah, I got like a multicolored pen, like the one of those pens that are like you have multiple colors in one pen. And then drew a couple stuff here. This is probably like a week ago, or kind of recent, but at the same time not really. Yeah, it's all right, I guess. I tried to do something with this. I thought I was cooking, and then I was like, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing, so I just stopped, which is bad. I need to stop that habit. I gotta complete my work, no matter how garbage it looks. And this one, try to work on characters and be more consistent. Like, I have this bad habit of just drawing things, the same thing, like over and over and over, like differently every time. But yeah, I try to draw a character. I referenced Yuri from Tokyo Ghoul. Sometimes I like how the manga like draws. He kind of expresses, like, some characters, they have like in certain like mangas or comics, they have like no mouth, kind of to express like how quiet they are, or it's like over exaggerate. So I kind of did that, and I was like, I kind of liked how it looked. So I actually liked how this one came out, because I took my time with it and I actually outlined a little bit more. But yeah, everything else on this page is kind of garbage, so I don't like that. And this is the last page, which I drew like a couple days ago. And yeah, draw more glasses, draw a girl with a cigarette, and try to do a pose. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me show. And so the end of another sketchbook. Yep. So the sketchbook's completely over. This sketchbook in itself, it was kind of decent. I liked how thick the pages were, but I didn't like how, which is good for like not bleeding through for colors and stuff. I just didn't like how, like, I don't know, it wasn't as smooth as like my other sketchbooks and stuff. But hey, this is like what, the 6th or 7th sketchbook I've drawn, or I've filled up. So I gotta go to the store and buy more. I don't know if I want to buy a giant one. I think the next time I go, I'm gonna buy like a giant sketchbook, and that's gonna be just like pure anatomy. And the next one, I'll buy like a little like smaller one, because this one's like small, like it's the size of like my hand. But yeah, the huge sketchbook, sometimes I've drawn so much in the sketchbook, I look at huge sketch, like the regular size sketchbooks, and I'm just like, whoa, those are huge, but they're just regular size sketchbooks. These are like just small ones. But anyways, sorry for the cough, I just came off a cold. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna fill out my sketchbook. I'll probably post like another video of just like stuff I've done digitally, because I've been drawing more digitally now. I kind of get the hang of it. Kind of got the hang of it a little bit. And I'm learning different things and like just getting more or whatever. So sometimes things happen for a reason. I filled up the sketchbook. I'm not gonna get another sketchbook until like later this week. And so I'll just focus on drawing digitally. And I've done that this past weekend, and I feel like I've learned a good amount. So anyways, enough with the yapping. That's pretty much it. Hopefully I don't have to edit this video too much.